testing out this lens again. This is the 18-55 I was talking about last time. It keeps freaking out on me. It'll flash really bright all of a sudden and then the recording just stops. So I want to see if it's still doing it. I'm hoping that the problem will go away and I can just start using it again, but I have a feeling it's going to keep doing it. Still kind of weighing my options. I'm trying to pack lighter. I have a really bad habit of carrying too much stuff. I bring too many bags and I carry too much stuff around with me. It just weighs me down. And I'm really trying to simplify my life and to bring as few things as possible. So I didn't bring my camera bag today. This is all I'm bringing. Just my backpack and this camera right here. And this lens right here, actually. And I have my phone as a backup in case this lens completely stops working, which it might do. So we'll see. See how it goes. So far, so good. This is something I'm kind of struggling with about these vlogs, and I've been having a little bit of a hard time. See, I've always kind of been a little bit of a perfectionist. And I really want things to be amazing. And I really want this blog to be awesome. And I feel like the first couple episodes I did were not awesome. And that's completely understandable, right? Because they're the first two I've ever made. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still trying to figure it out. Plus you throw in the mix like gear malfunctions and all kinds of craziness, or just life. And just basically not being used to the actual doing of the vlog. Like recording the vlog, editing the vlog, posting the vlog, all that stuff. So it's completely understandable, and I get that, but I want them to be better. I want them to be amazing. And it's just frustrating to me that they're not there yet. See, I really want them to be amazing, and I want them to be something that's really worth making, and it's worth watching, and actually benefits people. So I've been kind of struggling with that idea recently and trying to figure out how I can add value into the vlogs and make them worth my time and make them worth your time. And why am I even doing it in the first place? I have to admit that as I went back and watched the first two vlogs I made, I was very dissatisfied with the quality. And by the way, I wanted to apologize for the super shaky camera work on the last one. I didn't notice while I was shooting it, but I noticed in the editing that it was like all over the place, and I was afraid I was going to give people motion sickness. It's not a super big concern right now because nobody's really watching these, but it's not something that I want to continue to do if I'm going to continue these vlogs. Anyway, I was so dissatisfied with the first two that I was actually thinking about just scrapping them completely, just deleting them and starting over from scratch. And I don't know if there's any benefit to leaving them on there because they are pretty terrible, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
What's up, Steve? How you doing, man?
Not bad. How you been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Enjoyed the pictures, man.
Oh yeah, what'd you think? You got to
very good. Yeah,
I took a lot of you guys at the altar.
yeah, which is good, man, because we didn't have that perspective there.
This lens is definitely freaking. Yeah, this lens is definitely freaking out again. So I think I see what's going on with this lens. It keeps disconnecting from the camera, and when it does, the camera stops recording. So what it's done at this point is it's sort of reconnected to the camera, but it thinks that the lens doesn't have any computer inside. This lens actually has computer chips built in that communicate back and forth with the camera body, and they talk to each other and tell each other what's going on in terms of focal distance, aperture settings, all kinds of stuff. But this lens for some reason is not cooperating. It's got to be some kind of a hardware failure, and I'm just going to have to replace it. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and buy another one. because I really do need something in this range if I'm going to keep using this camera for vlogging. And I think that is definitely something that I want to do. I mean, I'm interested in vlogging. I think it's a great format. I think it's a great medium, and that there's a lot that can be done with it. The main thing that I've been thinking is just that I have a hard time with the idea of producing content that's just purely entertainment for entertainment's sake. And I think that's just sort of a philosophical issue for me personally, because while I do enjoy entertainment, I don't generally tend to go for just pure entertainment. Like, I'll give you an example. A lot of people read books of fiction. People enjoy reading books. A lot of the time, if I buy a book or if I read a book, it'll tend to be something more like a textbook. Like, it'll be something with some information that I can then put into practical action. Like, that's the form of entertainment that I enjoy the most, me personally. And I know everybody's not like that. A lot of people are perfectly satisfied just to be entertained, and I think that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I stop and think about the content, the kind of content that I want to create, I don't know, there's just something about doing something that's just purely entertainment and has no actionable information that I kind of feel like, not that I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it feels a little bit unproductive. Maybe that's just a hang up that I have. Maybe I'll get over that, but that's, I think, the thing that I've been struggling. I was trying to put into words, trying to articulate what the issue was, and I think I figured it out. I think it's that I enjoy vlogging, I like the idea of it, but what I don't want a vlog to become is the thing that people complain about with social media, which is that it just becomes an outlet for sort of a narcissistic exposition of like, oh, this is what I had for lunch today, and here's where I went, and here's the people I saw. I think that's fine, but that's not what I want to make. I want to make something that can actually help people. I want to give people information that they can put into action. That will then go to enrich their lives and the lives of those around them. And I absolutely think that's possible to do with a vlog, and that's kind of what I'd like this vlog to be. I think that's why I've been so dissatisfied with the first 2 episodes that I made. But that's good, because it's giving me an idea of which direction I want to take it in. And what I want to do with this vlog is just that. I want to encourage people, I want to help people, and I want the content that I create to allow people to take the information that they've learned from me and put it into action in their lives, and to, you know, if they want to do something with that information, to create other content that will go on to help other people and inspire and motivate people to do what they want to do. Maybe create their own vlog. Who knows? It's a nice sunset. You should check this out. It's getting dark out here. I gotta head back inside. That was a really nice sunset though. I sort of found a kind of a workaround for my busted lens. This is kind of ridiculous, but I found that if I put the lens on and then allow it to autofocus, and then like just slightly disconnect the lens from the mount, like just turn it a little bit so it thinks the lens is no longer connected, the autofocus will stay where it was set, and it'll more or less work. Are you good? Still gonna need a new lens though. This is ridiculous. I think the image stabilization isn't working with the lens disconnected, so that's another big downside. More shaky camera. We can't live like this. Can't do it.